Believe it or not, we all have a dark side, otherwise known as our shadow. And what this shadow is basically all the rejected and suppressed stuff that we don't want the world to see. You see, we in life create a persona. It's like a mask that we put over ourselves to show the world who we want to be. Then, of course, we have the ego, and that is who we believe ourselves to be. Both of which work hand in hand to present to the world somebody who we call I and who we want to be seen as. Somebody who we believe will not be judged, who may be more accepted than the true authentic self that we are suppressing and rejecting parts of. You see, when we suppress and reject those aspects of our personality, we are not being our full self. We are missing possibly some crucial parts to our personal evolvement. Now, the benefits of releasing and bringing the shadow into the light are that it's so much nicer to live without this heavy, dense darkness within us and around us. We also get more clarity on what we want, who we are, where we're going, and what our purpose is. Because our innate wisdom is so much easier to hear and listen to when we are our true self, when we are deeply honest with what is going on for us. I'll give you some examples of how we play out the shadow in our lives. Take the bully in the school playground. The bully is usually the bravo kid, the one who wants to be seen as strong and tough. Yet often the bully in the school playground is in fact the most sensitive of all the children in the playground. They put this protection up in order to shield and keep their feelings and their self safe. Keep them in a space they feel is more acceptable as perhaps a boy or even the girl's image as well. Then, of course, we have a different way where we can use the shadow side is not always a negative. Sometimes it's a positive. In fact, there's not a good or a bad shadow as such. It's more the truth of who we are. So for example, if we grew up in a family where being emotionally sensitive wasn't acceptable or understood, then we may have created ways of being that helped us to be stronger, put on a brave face, be tougher when we didn't feel it, and then we pushed down those feelings so that we could get on with everybody and be accepted and just fit in. And these are different ways that we can either learn and be conditioned to have a shadow, or we can choose to have a shadow. We can choose to be the bully, or we can be conditioned to be tough. We can choose which part of ourselves we show the world. An easy example to understand this on a more practical level is that of an Instagram profile, where we get to choose the bio that we write about ourselves, and then we post photos of how we want the world to see us. Yet our authentic self, the dark side that's not coming out, if we add that shadow into the light of our goodness that already is present, then we can truly be our best self and live our best life. That's my little insight for today, guys. Hope that served you well. Look forward to seeing you next time. Ciao.